We're watching Building Bazaar. This is day 7. Actually, we've been thinking.
It hasn't been 7 days since we started building Bazaar.
We've been lying to you.
It's been 171
Two.
135. So it's actually day 135 of building Bazaar. So yeah.
Yeah, it's day 8 since we started doing like the official build in public, but we've been working on this specific idea for 135 days.
We have. It came to me on the toilet 135 days ago. We had been building an AI CAD tool. And you know what? I would say the biggest thing, right? Number one is like the foundational models for CAD like don't really exist yet. And secondly is like, I think the founder technical fit wasn't there. Like, I don't know how to use CAD. I know like, yeah, the product design side of it. I don't know CAD. You don't know CAD.
I mean, I'm sure. Could you just like go a bit deeper on that one? Like, exactly what were we trying to do? The first idea, AI CAD. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's like how can you like vibe code products in 3D basically? How do non-technical people customize products? Actually, the route to market we were taking was through the bike industry. So like previously I started a bike company, and me as a non-technical person, I always had a very clear idea of the product I want to create, but like, holy God, it was a nightmare trying to get engineers to like bring that into a real life product. Like you always start working with the factory's in-house engineering team. That's terrible. Then you got to like hire your own. And then, like hardware engineering, it's a long process. You start doing stuff yourself, and then you're like, oh shit, we got to buy all the tools so we can prototype it faster. And like, yeah, there's not really an ideal way to do it. But we wanted to build a tool where you could at least visually articulate the product you wanted to create, and then do and produce it with a factory. So yeah, the route to market we were taking, we were working with these bicycle factories. They would add their existing products onto the platform, and then kind of define the parameters in which they could be adjusted. So maybe you could like change the tubing on the bike or the geometry, or click to add some components, things like that. So that was the idea, and I still think like it's a good idea. It'll work well. We built like
everything being just like click and drop,
drag and
click.
Drag and drip, yeah. We built an MVP. We were working with our good friend Fred over in Vol's Bikes in Taiwan and China, and we had 7 of their bikes on the platform.
And we had signed a lot of deals with different manufacturers that they would be willing kind of to use this platform.
Yeah, there was some interest there, but certainly like we spent a lot of time in Taiwan, and like certainly the Taipei cycle show was the real catalyst when we were like, oh shit, none of them want this, because these are very like traditional manufacturers, and they all had their in-house engineering team. So when we're like, oh, you don't need to hire engineers, like we're like, they were just a bit like, oh, but we don't want to like fire our team and replace them with like AI or software.
Such a strange, like when you go there and you have like this idea, and then you just like, we have built this for no, they don't want this. Like that market didn't want it. They didn't.
Yeah.
Or maybe,
which, obviously it was going to be a slow burner. It was going to be a hard one, but I think the key point was like, we were doing this in like this scripting language called Grasshopper, and like it's pretty complex. It's not like a clean,
and it's so limited. Like so limited. You had to really hard code so much.
Yeah. And we were just like, God, this isn't going to scale at all. It was almost like anyone who wrote the script, they were the only ones that could use it. You try to change one thing that should be logical, and like the whole thing would get messed up. So that was like a problem. So we built this little team of guys that were good, but you compare that to like being able to just program in something like React, like what we're doing now, and they're like, we can actually make so much more progress at a way lower cost. And ultimately the the market itself that we're addressing, like the CAD thing, it's like by putting the tools in more people's hands, of course, we're going to be able to take market share. But the overall amount of products that's being created isn't going to grow exponentially like how we see the market that we're chasing now, software demo videos, right? So we think software as a whole, people are going to create so much more of it because now anybody can. The next challenge becomes like, how do you find users? There's a couple ways to create content around software products, but definitely the coolest is these software demo videos that we make. These like motion graphics where you can create super engaging, just you can create anything, make super cool videos. And yeah, we thought that's going to be a huge opportunity. The market's going to grow so much. And currently, it costs, you're talking minimum $1,000, maybe $30,000 to create one of these videos. What if it could cost 30 cents? So we have both this exponentially growing demand as well as like exponentially decreasing cost, and like what a perfect market. So, and also it's like absolutely the most creative field there is. When I launched my previous company, we made a motion graphics video to like literally visually articulate the concept of the bike, and we sold $1 million of that bike cash received in the first 90 days. So like the value of visually communicating an idea is like immense. The returns are huge. At the time, I had literally to fly to Vietnam. I found this guy in Da Nang, central Vietnam. I drove my motorbike hours. We were working with him. I think I paid him $1,000. To drive like 18 hours up the coast because like holy god, we weren't making any progress. The video was awful. I had to like sit down and like, I'm like, all right, imagine this is the bike. It's got to roll through the room like this, and like you need lighting casting the shadow there. Oh my god. And like that was the process I had to go through because I couldn't afford like a big marketing agency to create this video that ultimately catapulted the business to be first time super successful. So like that's kind of my motivation behind it, is like helping people create the content, get stuff out of their brains and onto the screen so that people can get behind the idea. It's also like, following in the footsteps of, I wouldn't say Steve Jobs created Pixar. I think Steve owned it, but I certainly read the books there. It's like Ed Catmull and stuff were really the creative geniuses behind Pixar and stuff. And like, Walt Disney, insane work that they created in all aspects of creativity, but certainly in animation as well. So yeah, it's just it's a great industry to be in. There's like so much to learn. There's so much like craft to it.
So much taste.
Yeah,
It's kind of it's a interesting thing. A lot of people are talking about like how since when the cost of software will go to zero, what will be the differentiators? Well, probably taste.
yeah, absolutely. Being able to do a good job. I mean, there'll be so much choice out there and like what you choose. It's a little bit like a bike company, like there's thousands of bike brands out there, but you just go for the one with the nicest branding, realistically. A lot of them do the same thing. There's not many barriers to starting a bike company. If anybody wants advice on starting a bike company, you should just reach out to me. I'm already on 100%.
Oh, me too. And the battery is at 100%.
Yeah. We've had
88.
great idiot. Oh, good. We're drawn. Amazing weather here in Champery. We've hit 100% in the battery, so we're just looking for things to charge. Might start offering it to our neighbors. Maybe, yeah. Anyway, what we were doing, we were figuring out how to get our image processing to be better. So, Marcus, give me your take. Have you any hypothesis on why our image to scenery creation is subpar?
Yeah. So we have, to be fair, we have an orchestrated when every prompt that you prompt Bazaar with, every time you prompt our chat, we have a orchestration system. We have like a brain that takes this input and then routes to a tool. We have several tools that the brain can choose from. So when you prompt Bazaar, we'll have we have one agent now, that is GPT-5, that um, reads the entire conversation and then tries to like builds the context and then analyzes the intent. What is the intent of the user? And based on that intent, is this an edit? Is this an ad? Is this an image recreation? Is this add music? Is this like, there's all these tools that it can choose from. And now we're trying to analyze like, and then dependent on the tool that it chooses, like add the scene with image, add the scene with video. We're providing a conditional context to that tool. And now, for some reason, like now, our system chose this old tool, image recreator scene, which is not the best, which was like an old iteration of a tool that we kind of want to remove. So we tried to have, we have had like different types of strategies in terms of making tools for the brain. Like, okay, if there's a typography scene, if it's an image recreator scene, but we're trying to break it down to like either it's an ad or it's an edit. If it's an add a new scene, just give conditional context dependent instead of having all these different tools, because all the system prompts are getting just mixed up and it's you know, unmaintainable. So I'm gonna try now to delete this. I'm gonna try to switch to a branch where I've actually have deleted that image recreator tool and see whether the results are any different.
Yeah, I'm just reading through the file. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of old stuff in there. You know, it's telling it like how long each scene should be and stuff,
Yeah.
and like um mm, but I wouldn't say like there's no reason like that I see here though of why I say it's like not seeing the bottom parts. Like there is a lot of good stuff in here that it's still not following. But say you see here that it's like determining user intent. Does that need to be in here if it's already chosen the image recreator tool?
Where are you?
I'm on image-recreator.ts. It says used by image recreation tools.
Yeah, so like this is the intent. So like, okay, so the brain chooses the image recreator, but then yeah, so the brain could like send a flag, which is like, is this an insert or is this a, because the brain knows best of anybody what the intent is, and then it could send a little system, not a system prompt, but it could send a little message of like the reasoning. Is this an insert or is this a recreation? And then dependent on that, you can like categorize. For example, if it's a insert, then we use this system prompt. If it's a recreate, you can use this one.
Yeah, but like, why in the recreation prompt is it talking about inserting?
Because back in the day, every time there was an image, we just used this one.
Okay. But so certainly to get rid of those couple lines. But like, my point is like, if we have an image recreation tool, like that should be a good thing. Like, the issue is not having an image recreation tool, right? It's that the system prompt in it is not good enough.
Yeah. But I wonder if we actually need it. I'm going to check now. I'm switching to the branch that doesn't have that tool, just to see how the add, just like the pure add one, the code generator is doing. By the way, I might the $200 Claude Code subscription goes out now in a couple of days. I think I'm not going to renew it and rather buy a ChatGPT Pro for 200, because yeah, I'm shocked how much like GPT-5 in Codex.
Nice, big win for Sam.
Big win for Sam.
Yeah,
it's like there's like a little part of me though that that thinks that the moment I don't subscribe to like the plus version of Cloud Code, they will release like a new model and it will be like Opus 4.2 and it's just better. Because like this is probably like the first time in history that OpenAI has a better coding tool than Anthropic. So I don't know. I feel like they're gonna be.
Yeah, but I mean, you can only make decisions based on what you know now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Interesting. This was the add tool. This used. Oh shit. Exact same image, exact same prompt. That's like the temporal thing.
And sorry, you're saying that where is this, or like this is an image add, not image recreate? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, this is without the image recreate prompt at all. Just going direct to like add, but it's like the add tool still has like a function that's called generate with image. But yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, we should get that down ASAP.
Bringing this one.
Do it. Live stream everywhere. Just
Opening the calendar.
yeah, well, I've just been like messaging a couple of people from Product Hunt, get a couple of guests on.
Nice.
Yeah, it's breakfast time.
It's breakfast time for sure.
It's got to turn on the kitchen cam.
So, what's for breakfast today? Well, probably the same as every day.
Like that AI camera is nice, but like, what do we actually need it for?
Yeah. I don't know. What would be like the ideal setup? Shit. Don't have that. We don't really have any fruit at all.
Well,
We have a shit ton of onions.
perfect.
No, we have enough for one last bowl.
Okay, good. But yeah, good thing we are like 100 meters from the shop. But yeah. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know where I want to go tomorrow.
Too many options.
True. Oh yeah, we were saying Chamonix, right? Yeah, let's just do that.
It's a nice area.
Yeah. You want to send your friend the link so he can just join. He can book a slot on the live stream.
Should do it.
Yeah.
And send a message to that guy with Supersonic.
Yeah.
They probably launched on Product Hunt 2 days ago. Supersonic without a W. With K. Supersonic. No. Supersonic AI.
This is
That's the CEO.
Well,
The friend's name that we know
yeah.
is Pau Molad.
Paumo.
Do you want to be acquired?
Is that how these things go? I want an exit now.
3,200 meters up in air. Hey, you want to be acquired? It was like, do you want to be acquired? Like, no. Oh, is this your first startup?
Interesting. Breakup recovery app for healing, growing, and new beginnings.
How they won Product Hunt?
No, but I came across this guy's product on Product Hunt, and then in his bio, he's talking about
Wow.
he has another app. I feel like that's such an American thing. They're like, oh, you go to therapy yet? You gotta have a therapist, man.
Yeah, imagine selling that in Russia.
How do I message this page on X?
You need premium.
I have premium. Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
he needs premium as well.
Really?
Messages. Click on messages.
Can't be messaged.
So he needs premium?
I don't know.
Interesting.
God damn it! Like, you can't get in contact with these people. I guess I could do the form on their website. Seems a bit insane though. They don't even have one.
Impossible to contact.
I mean, can't do X. I could probably do Instagram.
They make motion graphics.
No, it's a product design tool. Like, yeah, AI image product photo tool.
Yeah, get them on the live stream.
Hell yeah.
Eating melon with the camera and with the microphone. I mean, it would be cool if we could like embed their services into Bazaar. If they do like AI, product, images. It's probably like a nice.
I mean, I was thinking they would want to use our API.
Why not we them?
Because we don't do that. We don't do that. I mean, it's just like you don't win by being a generalist, you know? But like they could make the demos way cooler with ours. But like if it worked, you know, in theory. Should we have Hera on?
I mean, send him a message.
Yeah. Oh, he did Economics Explained. I know that. That's interesting. I used to like watch that YouTube. I still want to watch that YouTube channel.
Didn't you say he had like 30 million subs?
Something like that. Yeah, like what he says here, 100 million views. So his thing on Product Hunt is after spending thousands weekly on motion designers for my YouTube channel, Economics Explained, 100 million views, I watched them click through endless After Effects menus just to animate a simple bar chart. This was my aha moment. Professional animation tools turn creative work in button clicking hell. 6 months ago, my co-founder Chia, who built baz.studio, now used by 20k businesses, and I started tackling this problem. Unlike video gen tools, Hera creates code-based animations where every parameter can be fine-tuned through prompts or on canvas edit.
On
Canvas editing. Through prompts or on canvas editing. Okay. Giving users total control like After Effects with the simplicity of Lovable. Since launching 2 weeks ago, Hera users have created over 200,000 animations. Did it get product of the day? No, third. Pretty low on the views today too. Merci. So yeah, let me just check out LinkedIn jobs. Let's click intern. Yeah, just a couple of internships. So yeah, I'll just X is hiring AI tutors, and this is interesting. Use proprietary software applications to provide input and labels on defined projects. So it's like it's data labeling.
Who is hiring?
X. Engage in diverse writing assignments to refine generative AI models. Cool.
There's a Norwegian job board. It's like everyone. That's like I can see if it's free to post. I don't know.
Drafted a little job post for LinkedIn. We're looking for an intern. Basically somebody. It's kind of like a marketing intern, you could say, a content creation intern. We've got an AI software product, and we want them to. Okay, a couple of things was like clipping content. We stream live for maybe like 5 hours per day. We want them to clip it into shorts and post across social media. Secondly, we want to create product related content. So we have an AI video generator tool for animating software demo videos. We want you to use the tool. We want you to make tutorials of how to use the tool in the style of like shorts and post it across social media channels. We also want you to do a little bit of, you could say PR in the sense of outreach to guests for the live stream. We live stream on the topic of AI content generation. So we have a couple of strategies for how we find good guests, and we want you to implement them. So it's like cold outreach on LinkedIn or X. And yeah, we can do fairly flexible working hours. We're live streaming from, let's say, 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. roughly. But a lot of the work can be done outside of those hours, so definitely fit somebody who's maybe in school studying. In general, it's like an unpaid internship with the opportunity to earn money through results, like views. Basically, we'll pay per view. We're an Irish company, but we're kind of remote in a sense. We're not on site. So yeah. Anything else?
Ideally, you're a hot girl.
Can you plug in my phone? All right, she's live on LinkedIn.
Nice. Is it free?
Yeah. It'll pause after receiving 25 applications. So.
Yeah, what's the cons of just having all scenes public in the community page?
Yeah, I mean, I think, like you said yesterday, like, I don't know, as a user lovable, I didn't really think about it. I'm just like, oh, okay, well, it's free, so kind of that's the price you pay. I mean, like, yeah, not many cons really from our perspective.
From a user perspective,
Well, I mean, you can be self-conscious about your result, but
it's probably a net positive for like users being able to browse a lot of shit versus, yeah, but I don't really want to use this in case somebody can see my work.
yeah, I mean, like, realistically, it's not going to be found.
No.
Unless, like, you
Try.
Yeah, like, you have to put quite a lot of work to get to the top. Yeah, I guess we probably want to have some, like, filters then of, like, newest.
Filter on length. Maybe you want something that's like, okay, but I really want to just like stop for something that is a minute long, and then prompt it. Maybe also, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that would be like more of a category than a filter. I mean, you could do both, but seeing as they're all AI, they're all software demo videos, you know. Yeah.
But imagine you're browsing through the community and you insert your brand JSON, like your colors, your fonts, and then everything there is just specified to you. So even though they were made with this in this style, all of them are just like, well, if your colors are green and white, why don't you want everything in green and white?
Yeah. But it's probably going to be a button more than a thing that just happens in the background, right? Because it's not, it seems like it's not ideal for AI tools to have to work within a very tight framework, and like how things, like the background things and stuff that they could just update in the background.
Background stuff.
Like what I tried implementing before, being like, literally the background in the scene has to be done this way, and blah blah blah, because it's just, there's so many ways in like creating the same thing.
Yeah, you could have one scene, but you could probably have like 20 different, or like hundreds.
Yeah. So how, like, we would have to impose so many limitations in order for it to work, where there is this like automatic brand thing on all templates if you're not using AI to do it. And like, hey, maybe it's better for our monetization that you find a nice template and then you click apply my brand and then it redoes it.
Yeah. Which should also be like it could be like a quick, like a super cheap model doing it. Like a quick, cheap model. Just like take the code, this color's one.
Yeah. Microphone. It's behind.
We can rate it from.
It's the future.
I love it. Imagine when we have 2 of those. The coffee will just like never get cold.
Why?
Get the lid on.
We get a little like Bunsen burner for them. You know, those things in science lab, and you can just put the jar on top.
Oh.
I think it goes up like that. So then we need a that shaped pole.
See. Oh.
Where are we gonna find that? I mean, just keep an eye out. Might just find it on the ground.
Yeah.
And, or we just go straight through, like, yeah. So it's, or maybe we don't even need the mount. I'm just like, what does the bottom of a Starlink look like?
What if we just like use some straps?
Yeah, zip ties. Fair. But There's a lot of mounts on Amazon, suction cup mounts. Just put it on the roof.
So basically, what we need is just a place and time where we're going to be next week, and then do like an Amazon, a couple of webcams, and external monitor.
Yeah.
Leveling blocks, microphone.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Just say Chamonix. All right, gonna end the live stream here. Have a great day, everybody.